Hello, my name is Sage. Welcome back to my channel, All Things Feminine for the Seasoned Lady. Today's video is, what does your appearance say about you? Have you ever thought about when you walk past the mirror, or if you see yourself in recent photos, what is it that comes to mind? Do you like the image in those photos? Are you proud of the person in that mirror? Or would you like to make some small changes to make you look and feel better? If so, stay tuned. I have a few tips that'll make you look and feel better quickly without having to make too many drastic changes. So, back to the initial question I asked. How do you feel when you see the image in the mirror or in those photos? Seriously, are there some little things that you'd like to change? Are you perfectly happy with things being just the way they are? Let me just walk down this street with you and see if we can make some little changes to make us feel better about ourselves. Number one, are you willing to make the changes that need to be made? We have to watch what we eat because you cannot out-train a bad diet. We need to be mindful of how we look, not only to ourselves, but to others. So the first thing that we need to do is make up our minds. We have to be willing to make changes, and we have to be serious about the changes that need to be made. So my first task for you guys is to look in the mirror, spin around. If there's anything you'd like to change, and I'm not saying you should not love the skin that you're in, because I love the skin that I'm in, and no one could have told me a few years ago that I needed to change a thing. However, when I started paying attention to what others see when they see me, I felt like I needed to make a few changes. And I'm here to help you ladies do the same thing. So our number one thing that we have to do is make up our minds and be willing to make the changes. Now, some of those small changes include, again, like I said previously, let's watch what we eat. You can eat whatever you want, but like the old adage says, all things in moderation. So if you like cake, if you like ice cream, you can have cake and ice cream, but just don't have them both at the same time. We also, in our season times, don't always feel like moving and exercising. There was a time in my life where I was doing CrossFit and boot camps and all those things, but those days are behind me. I'm not bear crawling, I'm not doing burpees, I'm not doing any of those things. However, I am getting involved in some other things. Sensual dance. It makes me feel feminine and it gets me moving. Going on a walk helps you get some of the clouds out. Gives you some time to be alone with yourself, alone with your music, and you're still moving, doing things to make you feel better. When doing so, wear things that make you feel feminine. That's my next tip. It is so easy for us to put on a pair of yoga pants, or old ratty t-shirt, kick back, watch TV. But how do you feel when you're sitting on the couch in an old ratty t-shirt with a bonnet on your head? You don't feel very feminine. We definitely don't feel sexy. And today is the day that we're not trying to look sexy for someone else. We want to be sexy to ourselves. So when we do walk past that mirror, or when we do look at ourselves in those photos, we can say, man, she looks good. And we can all give those younger ladies a run for their money. The next tip is that when we leave the house, even if we're going to the store, makeup is a must. And I know there's going to be some ladies that are going to want to tussle with me about this whole makeup thing. I don't need to wear makeup. I don't want to wear makeup. Natural beauty, natural this, natural that. I'm all for the natural. I wear my natural hair, but also if I want to make a statement, I will change this hair and I will put on a snazzy little number. I'll put on a wig. I'll change the style of my dreads. When I show up, many wonder which version of me is going to show up. But when she does, she's always popping, she's always sexy, she's always confident. And those things come along with appearance. Many of us will sometimes put on things that aren't age appropriate, and we need to be open to constructive criticism. So if you're one of those ladies that leave the house in a bonnet, or if you're one of those ladies that don't think you need to wear makeup, or that you just run into the store and you can go in your slippers, those ladies won't like this channel. When we leave the house in a manner in which we can be proud to step out. You might just be going to the grocery store, but you may get a phone call to meet someone for a drink, or you may want to just sit and have a drink at the bar yourself. And you want to be the type of lady that everyone wants to wonder, where's she going? What's she coming to do? Who's she meeting? That's the vibe that we want to give off. So, in future videos, we'll talk about the types of makeup that you need to wear, the type of clothing that we consider feminine, and all those things. But I wanted to just give a few short tips on some of the little minor changes that we can make to look and feel better until we get the body that we desire. Or if you already have the body you desire, it can make that body a little more pleasing to your eye, because your eye is the eye that matters. So, just a quick recap. If you want to change the way you feel when you look in the mirror, just a few short things. We got to get moving. We got to be mindful of what we put in our mouths and how much of what we put in our mouths. We also have to have our mind made up that we're going to make these changes, and we're going to make them in a positive, happy way. We're going to give gratitude for what we've been through and how we used to do things. But if it's time for a change, the change must begin today. So, if you want to go on this ride with me and figure out all those fun things to make this season in our lives as spicy as it can be, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.